I went to the dermatologist this morning and he said to me, "You seem like a really happy veterinarian." I know a lot of veterinarians that are not happy. And I felt that that was a very common sentiment, actually, and I thought maybe we should talk about it a little bit. People are always surprised to find that a lot of veterinarians are unhappy in this profession, and they're confused. They're like, "What do you mean you're sad? You work with cute animals all day." But there are quite a lot of reasons that many veterinarians are unhappy in this field, and why a lot of veterinarians leave, making it harder for your pets to find the care that they need. The foremost reason is that veterinarians carry a huge emotional burden. We often see pets that are in pain or owners that are grieving, and there's sometimes very little we can do about it, whether there are just not treatments available or if the client's budget does not accommodate us to pursue those diagnostics and treatments. And occasionally the only option is humane euthanasia, which carries a very heavy weight on us when it's performed regularly. We also regularly face this moral dilemma where clients want to do the treatment for their pet, or treatments are available, but they can't afford to pursue them. And we often end up being the ones to blame in this situation, because people are like, "Well, you could save that animal, but you're choosing not to because you're in it for the money and you're not getting paid," which is really a horrible thing to put back on us. We have to pay for all of these things one way or another. So if you're not paying for it as the pet parent, then the veterinarian has to eat that cost. We have families to feed and debts to pay off as well. So it's not really fair, but regardless, that often comes back on us. And if we do elect not to pursue the treatments or diagnostics available for that particular pet because that client doesn't have the finances available, we still take that home with us. We still carry that weight in our heart, whether or not the pet gets treated. That repeated clash of what could be done and what can be done really, really wears down on a veterinarian's morals and sense of purpose. Many people don't seem to realize that veterinarians don't make very much money. We often graduate with high student loan debt. The cost of veterinary school is very similar to the cost of medical school, but unfortunately we make far less once we do graduate. It's very, very unbalanced. We are doing oftentimes just the same treatments and the same medicine that human doctors are doing, but we're getting paid maybe a fourth of the cost. It doesn't really match up, and it's not really fair for us because, again, we get made out to be the bad guys and the people who are in it for the money. Veterinarians often go bankrupt doing things for free because they feel really bad, and these moral conflicts get back to them, but then they lose literally everything and go into financial distress and dilemmas, and they get, family problems and all sorts of things. And that's actually one of the big reasons that veterinarians have a high suicide rate. These days, there's also a lot of conflict around the profession. A lot of clients will come in armed with misinformation that they got from social media or Dr. Google. And in many cases, they have unrealistic expectations. So again, when things go wrong or what they've thought was the right treatment isn't offered to them, they get angry and it becomes our fault yet again. Most veterinarians went into this field because they genuinely love animals and want to help people care for them. And many of us are very type A overachiever personalities. So when we feel like we're falling short, whether that's due to financial constraints, an animal that can't be saved, a treatment that went badly, a negative surgical outcome, or just an angry client, we take that very personally. Veterinary medicine is incredibly meaningful and rewarding work, but it comes with intense emotional challenges that many people outside of the field don't see. That's why there's this big push now for more mental health resources, more supportive workplaces, and encouraging both veterinarians and clients to be kind and remember that the people in the scrubs are humans too.